Tired of being tied down by your Cricket wireless plan? Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to unlock the mysteries of freeing your device from its carrier constraints. Taking control of your tech is honestly incredibly empowering, so let's dive right in.
Look, unlocking your phone might seem super daunting, especially when all you really want is the freedom to switch carriers, use a local SIM card while you're traveling abroad, or just bump up your phone's resale value. But the truth? It's actually way easier than you think. Today, we're breaking down exactly how this works for Cricket devices, looking at their latest policies and real-world user tips.
Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the basics and eligibility, a step-by-step guide, troubleshooting common issues, some crucial do's and don'ts, frequently asked questions, and finally, a quick summary and legal disclaimer.
Okay, Section 1, the basics and eligibility.
So what are we actually dealing with here? Basically, a carrier lock is like a digital tether. When you buy a phone directly from Cricket, it's programmed with a software restriction that literally stops it from reading SIM cards from other networks. Yeah, even AT&T, which is actually Cricket's parent company. Removing this lock requires a network-level permission, and getting that permission is a total game-changer for your phone's flexibility. Now, Cricket isn't just going to hand over the keys on day one. You have to meet a pretty strict eligibility checklist first. Your account needs to be active, paid, and in good standing. The device obviously can't be reported lost, stolen, or tied to any fraud. And crucially, it has to have logged a specific amount of time on Cricket's network. And this right here is a massive recent policy shift. Knowing your exact activation date is hands down the most important step in this whole process. Cricket set up a dual-tiered framework. If you activated your phone before July 1, 2026, you're grandfathered into the old rule, which requires 6 months of paid service. But if you activated on or after July 1, 2026, you now need a full 365 days of continuous paid service before you're eligible. Moving right along, Section 2, our step-by-step unlocking guide. If you're rocking an iPhone, you've got it incredibly easy. It's an entirely web-based process, meaning no apps required. You just head over to the device unlock portal on Cricket's website, log in, find your phone number on the list, and hit Request Unlock. The system checks your eligibility, and if you're good to go, you'll get a confirmation. Just remember, you absolutely must restart your phone to finalize the Apple configuration update. All right, Android users, your process is a bit quirky. You'll actually use the My Cricket app on your phone. But, and this is a huge secret that trips a lot of people up, you must be signed out of the app. I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive. If you're logged in, the unlock option literally doesn't even exist. So sign out, check the bottom of the sign-in screen, tap Unlock Device, follow the prompts, and then restart your phone. There is one tiny exception to that Android rule, though. If you have a Motorola or a Cricket-branded phone launched in 2025 or later, you skip the main app entirely. Cricket made a dedicated utility for these called the Cricket Device Unlock app. Just open it up, tap that giant lock icon at the bottom, wait for the green light from the servers, and restart. Simple as that. Section 3, troubleshooting common unlock issues. The absolute most common headache? The app telling you you're not eligible on the exact day you hit your 6-month or 1-year mark. Honestly, sometimes the automated backend systems just need a minute to sync up. Give it 24 to 48 hours. If the app is glitching or an approved unlock isn't applying, technical experts actually recommend doing a full factory reset to clear out any deep-seated software conflicts. But what if you're caught in the transition between the 6-month and 12-month policy, and the system just flat-out refuses to recognize your grandfathered status? If the customer service chatbots are giving you the runaround, here's a pro tip from Reddit. File an official complaint with the FCC. It sounds extreme, but it forces the carrier to generate an escalation ticket. That gets a real, higher-tier human on the case who can manually override the error. Let's talk about the secondary market for a second, because these strict criteria create a huge roadblock. If you bought a used, locked Cricket phone online, you might have what's called an orphaned phone. Because Cricket requires active account credentials and consecutive months of service tied to the account holder, unlocking an orphaned phone through official channels is practically impossible unless the original owner does it for you. Section 4. Crucial do's and don'ts. To keep this process smooth, follow a few basic best practices. Definitely verify your exact activation date through your order history and wait for your official confirmation emails before celebrating. Whatever you do, do not use sketchy third-party unlocking websites. Most of them are total scams that'll steal your money or even brick your device. And please, never share your phone's IMEI number publicly on help forums. Scammers can easily use that for fraud. Section 5.
Frequently asked questions.
You probably have a few concerns, but the answers are overwhelmingly positive. First off, unlocking your phone is 100% safe. It will absolutely not void your warranty. It doesn't mess with your current Cricut plan, and yes, you will still get all your standard software and security updates. Best of all, you gain the amazing ability to just pop in a local SIM card when you're traveling internationally. Now, what about exceptions to that strict 365-day rule? Well, Cricut is notoriously firm. There are no exceptions for financial hardship or bad coverage areas. However, they do honor deployed military members. Active personnel facing overseas deployment can get an expedited unlock for one device, skipping the time requirement entirely. You just need to email their dedicated military support team with your deployment paperwork.
And finally, Section 6, Summary and Legal Disclaimer.
Look, unlocking your phone is all about claiming your freedom, but your success really just comes down to knowing your activation date. 6 months if you activated before July 1, 2026, and 365 days if it was on or after. Make sure you use the right method for your operating system, remember to sign out of that Android app, and always escalate your case if you know you qualify but the system blocks you. Oh, and always restart your phone to finish the process.
Before we completely wrap up, just a quick professional note. Carrier terms of service involve real legalities. The information in this explainer is based on current Cricut wireless policies as of our production date. Keep in mind, Cricut reserves the right to deny requests they suspect of fraud or change their unlocking policy without advance notice. So always double-check directly with them for the most up-to-date info on your specific account.
And there you have it. Are you ready to take control of your device and finally unlock your carrier freedom? Honestly, the power is totally in your hands now that you know how the system works. Thank you so much for watching this explainer. If you found these tips helpful and want to keep mastering your tech, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.